VACCO Industries has adopted a product lifecycle management system to streamline the development and maintenance of components used in satellites and space. The PLM implementation enhances collaboration across departments, ensuring that all stakeholders have access to up-to-date information through a product's lifecycle. By improving data management and reducing errors, VACCO aims to increase the reliability of its products, which are critical for mission success. Now, transitioning to a new PLM system does require comprehensive training. This is our world right here, Andrew, right? This will be a cultural shift within the organization as well.
I mean, you're dealing with a whole space area, so failure ain't exactly an option on this one. So your components for this whole thing need to be 100% traceable. You've got raw material sourcing to in-orbit performance. So the biggest challenge in a PLM rollout is making sure that you've got that seamless traceability across your engineering, your manufacturing, procurement, but engineering and manufacturing essentially, and sustainment while you're dealing with strict regulatory and compliance needs. You've got NASA, you've got DOD, you've got ESA, ITAR, et cetera, et cetera.
So there's not too many, right? I mean, it feels like you're balancing
a bit more red tape.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It feels like you're playing a bit of a balancing game between people, process. I mean, you've got to make sure that people have been trained well enough that the important parts of the process aren't falling through or breaking down.
Yeah, exactly. A PLM system is only as good as the discipline of the people who are actually using it. And it is people, process, technology, usual stuff. It's the best traceability tools won't matter if your engineers or your suppliers for that matter, or your manufacturing guys aren't following standardized processes or inputting data correctly. To get it right, they're going to need role-based training. They're going to need a system that has built-in guardrails to make sure that people don't start bypassing traceability requirements. So you've got to have those guardrails in place. You've got to have cross-department accountability. So, what happens here goes everywhere, flows everywhere. Engineering, manufacturing, sustainment has all got to be in sync. So yes, people plus process equals PLM success. So not just training, but making sure the system enforces traceability, even when people are going to make obviously mistakes.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, so you're going to say that requirements traceability is the solution here. What makes that the best solution?
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got to have traceability is for sure. It's the only way to make sure that every component, every material, and every design decision is locked down from concept to orbit in this case. So you've got those kind of three fundamentals to me. I mean, you've got to get your requirements traceability in place from day one. So every spec, every material choice, every regulatory requirement is linked to design, into manufacturing, to sustainment. So no undocumented changes will slip through. Then you've got to automate your compliance and change. And last but not least, you've got to close loop your engineering and your manufacturing sync. So what happens in design directly impacts manufacturing. If there are changes in manufacturing, that has to loop back through to design, because PLM will connect all departments so that all changes are known instantaneously across the enterprise, at least across the digital thread.
So what happens if they don't? Because I feel like that could be the issue.
Well, if they don't, they've got a non-compliant component making its way into space, and then you don't realize until it's way too late. And if they do, then they cut errors, they improve their quality, and then make sure they've got 100% traceability. So when something goes to orbit, they know exactly where it came from, how it was built, and that it will perform as expected. And if it isn't, you've got traceability. You know how to maintain it and how to fix it and how to correct it. And if you don't know it, then you're just guessing, aren't you? Next.